Hello fellow shape enthusiasts and welcome back to another episode of Shapes 2. In the last episode we have started the final shape of milestone 6 and now we're about halfway through. That's this weird looking thing with this checkerboard triangle thing on top and this slightly more complicated shape behind it. But we've got that going and it is piping over to our base via conveyor belt. We also set up some nice little train networks. We've got one train going east-west and we will probably have this train going out this way at some point. But at the moment it's just pulling the stuff from down here. Eventually I want all my main base connected by a train, but for now we'll just leave it as it is. We have completed 2 of our pin tasks, so let's just go there, collect our hard-earned research points. And we will work on the next part of these shapes. So this ninja star is slightly progressing along. What is this? A colorful star. All right, so let's make this colorful star more starry. So we had 2 of these arrays going to tack on these little star corners. So we need another one to do that. So let's copy this and we'll rotate and place that over here. Now we want that to rotate in a slightly different angle to that. So that one's there. So we need the final star piece to be going to the bottom left. Right. So we need the star piece going bottom left. I'm just gonna cut these inputs for now while I figure out what rotator to use to make that happen. So at the moment this thing's rotating at that, so I think that's just a 180-degree rotation it needs. Let's just replace the rotator on the end with 180-degree rotators. And then let's reconnect our shape and we are good to go. That should be outputting, yep, the correct thing. Then we just need to pipe it over, connect it to our existing infrastructure. So we will maybe just delete all of this and we will get this going like so. Shift 5-1 will get us these conveyor belts and we'll get that going to about here down, and then we'll rotate and we just need ourselves another one of these stacking platforms. Nice and simple. As I've always said in previous episodes, if you build well in a very modular fashion, you'll find expanding on your builds very, very easy. Remembering all the various hotkeys is slightly more difficult. Okay, that should be outputting the correct shape that we need. I have faith. We'll check in on it in a little bit. Right now, we need to go back home. So we've made that. We need to make this. No, we don't need to make that. We need to make red square. I'm so confused what we're making. Yeah. So we were making this shape. We're on this thing's path. Just to remind you guys, the stack cut. So we're just cutting that in half. That is very, very simple and straightforward. In fact, we can just remove this. We'll add on another foundation. And then we will simply do a cutting array. Like such. And just route that over. I'm like copying and pasting this, but I don't even really need to copy and paste this, but that's fine. Cut, rotate, cut. Let's be smart about this, because later we just need to cut this again, right? So cut, rotate, cut, output, input. We'll just do it like halfway. How about that? I'm trying to like space this out nicely, but why do we need to space it out nicely when I can just give it plenty of room? We've got plenty of room on this platform. Let's not overcomplicate things where we don't need to. We'll give that a little copy, flip, and paste treatment right there. Give it a rotate. Yep, just like that. These don't have connectors. And there we go, just like that. We've got that half shape going. Easy peasy. The red thing is the newest thing we've pinned, right? Let me just remind myself from the last episode. Red. Hello? Alright, I think we set up the red thing to be collected from the train station, but nothing is happening. Why is that? No train is coming out to collect my red. Why? It's buffered in here. It's over here. There's no train. Well, where is my train? Ah, the train is here. The train is struggling to unload. It's got 2 packages of red, and for some reason it is not unloading the package. Is it 1 tile off or something? But this train works. This train is struggling to get to the very end. Why? Now you go back. What? I'm confused. This works exactly the same way as this thing does. Why do you not do what you're supposed to do, you silly train? Stop. Okay. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't stop at this platform. This is unloading from the platform correctly. It works exactly the same way as this platform, does it not? I don't see any issues. Why must you not work? Alright, it's going again. Let's have a look. Follow the train and see if it gets to the platform. In the meantime, we have unlocked more research points. 20 research points. Does that give us enough to upgrade something? We can upgrade the stacker. Let's upgrade the stacker. We'll upgrade the cutter, we'll upgrade the input, and then maybe we can upgrade the belts for the final time at some point. The train's making its way along. Maybe I want the train speeds to go up first, because they're kind of cheap. Even though I've upgraded the stacker, and now it probably costs a lot less stacker to make an array, I don't want to immediately... See, it's like stuck. What? I'm very confused. It's like stuck, but like 1 tile out. Ah, this belt was causing it to be stuck and not able to do its flippity-flip. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, game. Please stop trolling me. I mean, once you figure out the problem, it makes almost perfect sense, right? Don't be an idiot. Let the train have enough room to do its flippity-flip. Okay, so red is here. I need it to pipe it in here, so let's connect this over. Let's delete some of this crap. Just like that, piping all the things to the right entrances. Alright, now we've got red going. Now we're cooking with fire. That's going. That should be going. Let's just double check that, which is all the way over here. It's a bit far away, but I believe that should now be loading the correct shape. That looks certainly like a colorful star to me. Great. So all 3 of these are going. That's ticking away. Everything is lovely. What should we do in the meantime? We've got everything happening, but nothing to do. Should we take on another shape? Do we have enough inputs? We don't have any more inputs. This is the maximum that we can be doing. The only thing we can do is wait. While we're waiting for all these shapes to complete, I want to clean this up, because at the moment, this stuff is not being delivered by train, is the first major issue. I want a train to go north-south, and also, yeah, I basically just want this train to go north-south. Also, this thing is double railing and taking up like all of the platforms you can possibly imagine in the world. Before I go about doing that, I just need to quickly add another thing to here to make the next shape. I just need to rotate and cut this again. So that's very easy to do. So I'll just quickly do that. Oh, no. No. See, it's very easy to do. I'm destroying the entire shape. 90-degree rotate and cut. Out. Sorry. Out. Sort of easy to modify. We gotta delete this and take that and flip and put that back. Great, that's working. That's giving me my... Oh, it's happening too fast. I'm rotating but not cutting. Good job. It's like, what the heck? Rotate, 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 and cut. You silly. There we go. Now we're getting the quarter that we need. Let's delete this crap first. Fix that up. We want that to go here, that to go here, and that to be cleaned up. What is going on here? Alright, cool. I said that would be quick, but it ended up taking me forever to fix such a tiny little thing, even though I sort of accounted for it. Red squares are now correctly being delivered, which is excellent. We can collect that, unlock that, and then we can make the red square stacked with the green square. So where was the red square happening? I think all the way out here, and we've got green square that can happen right there. So if I just take these three platforms, copy it, and paste it onto the other side, like so. Grab a painting array. Let me see if I can just grab it from my blueprints, try to remember which one's which. Painting array. Can I set an icon or something so I can easily identify this stuff? This is a painting array. I want a fluid extractor. So I get that, and if I just go back to my fluids, nope, I need to go back to my space belt and pull a space belt this way, pull a fluid belt this way, fluid belt. It's that one. And then we just need our painting array. I believe that's 3. We do need to give that a flip and a rotate, and that should give us our green squares. Now we need to put the green squares with the red squares, and we should be happy little chaps. So let me grab some space belts and flip that over this side. Let me cut this thing here and chuck a rotate on here. Like that. And then if we go to our blueprints and press number 4, that should give us our stacking array. But this one does need to stack in the correct orientation. The red squares need to go on the bottom and the green squares go on top. Then we can simply go Shift 5-1 and link our belts. Excellent. All right, and our ninja stars are now done. Let's start the next stage of the ninja stars then. I think all we need to do is shove on a quarter blue square, which is surprisingly a lot of work. But that's why we built over here, because we've got blue, we've got quarter squares. Let's just do the mixing over here. Let's cut this half square into quarter squares. So if we go to our blueprints, we can grab our extractor pattern, then we can cut to this, but rotate it first. Did I buy that? I bought that cutter, right? Let's see if it did anything. Nope. I didn't buy that cutter. What is a cutter? I don't understand the difference. Does a cutter output both sides of my thing? Is that what it is? Let me check that. Technologies, upgrades. Oh, I understand. A destroyer destroys, whereas a cutter will preserve both halves. Oh, duh, that makes so much sense. Excellent. Alright, we've learnt a lesson. We don't need the cutter, we'll just use the destroyer. I'm sure the cutter will come in handy for other design patterns. We will pick it up at some point when we have enough research points, but that point is not right now. Right now, we have to build a platform. And on this platform, we need to rotate this and then half destroy it. So let's give it a 90-degree rotations. And we'll give it a little bit of a cut in half. Lovely. That gives us our quarter square, and the quarter square needs to be blue. But before I paint it, I want to orient it correctly so it is easily stackable on top of this piece. So if we look at this piece, it stacks on top of this bottom right section of the star. But our bottom right section of the star is actually the bottom left. So we need this quarter square to be at the bottom left, which looks like to me a 180-degree rotation. Excellent. So with that, we can copy the input and output of this, and we can hook that up nice, just like that. Same way we've done 100 times now. We know the patterns, we know the design principles. We are cooking with fire. Excellent. We've got the blue, we got the quarter square. We need the blue. So if I go to my blueprints, number 2 is the fluid extractor. We'll grab some fluid. We will add the piping, the space piping, to pipe it down this way. So we'll go bam, just like that. Over here, we'll grab a space belt and belt it that way. And we just need our painting array, which is number 3. Give that a rotate, give that a flip, and just like that, we got blue quarter squares. We need to take those blue quarter squares and merge it with the stuff that's going on over here. So we go our space belt, we belt that over here and line it up something like that. So the output of that will now mix with the output of this and give us our desired final shape. We need a stacking array, which is our blueprints. And number 4, I believe, and we need to make sure we stack this in the correct orientation. We don't want this side going to the top, we want this side at the bottom, so we give it a flip, and just like that, we should have the correct shape, and we don't even have to add any more extra belts. Beautiful. Very organized factory, as you can see, and we're always keeping everything fully saturated, so everything's nice and happy. I just want to make sure these blue quarter squares are coming out. This is good. So that's done. Let's get back to working with this square on square action. Didn't I do that already? Or am I tripping? I made that. What's happening with it? We got green squares happening. We got green on red happening. We just need to wait for our train that's traveling 1 billion miles an hour to figure out what's going on with life. And what is it doing? It picked up nothing. Why did it pick up nothing? These are full and they're deloading. Why did you come all the way to this platform and give nothing to this thing? I don't understand. Are you trolling, train? Alright, go do another trip then. In the meantime, we have got another operator level, which puts us still at 43% worldwide. Nothing too exciting there. This thing's about to be done, so we're gonna have to do the final part of that shape very soon. Let's prepare ourselves for such a task, and we're gonna get 12 research points from doing this. All we need to do is re-merge that shape onto itself by flipping it twice. That's fine. We can create the platforms to do that. The question is, why is this only... Oh my lord. I've been doing this at half speed the whole time because this thing is rotating at the wrong bloody direction. You silly engineer. You silly engineer. Must be the business analysts. They gave me the wrong business requirement document. It is not my fault. Don't blame the engineer. Blame the blame the business analysts. Alright. We got that happening. That should be... I'm sure there's at least 70 shapes there. I'm so confident I'm going to delete my belt before it's completed and add in my next platform to stack this. This is going to be a little bit of a custom build because we don't have 4, like I'm not going to double everything up. I'm just going to let this work at half speed by rotating and stacking it on top of itself. So we take a platform. I'm so confident now that I can build efficiently that I'm going to do this and challenge myself by building this on top of a singular platform. There is absolutely no need to constrict yourself with space, especially for these temporary builds. But hey, why not? All right. So our first thing I want to do is, first thing I want to do is bring over all my stuff. Then I want to double rotate one of these. So if I just take like 2 of these things, we should be able to double rotate that. We still only need 2 per belt, correct? Yes. So by double rotating this, we wanted to rotate at 180 though, not 90 degrees. It is rotating 180, great. By double rotating it, we can now stack it with this. How many stackers do we need per array? We need 6. So this comes out and it's gonna go into a stacking array, right? So something like this. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this thing is gonna go and join it by going up and over like that, and that should indeed get us 1 full belt of the final shape that we want. Let's just validate that, make sure it is indeed the correct shape. That is looking awfully lot like the shape that we want, isn't it? It is, definitely, even in the right orientation. Excellent. With that, we can just simply copy that and then give that a flip and paste that. Not sure why I didn't paste it with the full belt, but that's fine. And that belt is going to deliver everything we need over. It's going to be a little bit slow, guys, because we're doing this at half pace by merging 4 belts into 2 belts. But that's absolutely fine with me. We got plenty of other things to do in the meantime. Now, this is finally getting delivered. This is well on its way. That's getting delivered. We don't have enough inputs to do another one. So while we're waiting for all this to happen, I was going to say I was going to fix up this milestone project, because what I don't want is this happening here. What I do want is a train that delivers stuff into the middle here. In fact, what I really want is 4 trains. 4 trains. But how do I make 4 trains? Just trying to think. Let's play around with it a bit on camera, I guess. Well, I might cut this out. I don't know. Because I want 4 trains. But how do I put 4 trains on here? It's impossible. I'm just trying to think. Because they can't go on the same rail. But the rail all needs to kind of stop for a second. It is possible, as in, I can't have them all directly connected to the platform. There might need to be some space elevators involved. Okay. So an elevator that goes in that way and an elevator goes in that way. Interesting. Interesting concept. Interesting concept. We'll try it. When this is done, we will set up something that will enable multiple train lines. That is what I want. Multiple train lines. Is there like a train, like rail routing? You can route different train colors in different directions. So they can share a line of a train, but then they can be routed into different directions. But will they like collide and stuff? Is it better to just have separate rails? Rails cost nothing. They don't use space platforms. All things that we need to consider in the future. In the meantime, this is almost done, so maybe we should set up for the next stage of this thing. What is the next stage of this thing? Just cutting it in half. Very simple. This is so close to being done. I mean, it's a train full. I'm pretty sure it is already done. But just to be safe, I'm sure there's a full cargo. Each cargo is 560, right? So we're well done with this. Let's cut this in half. So we just need a platform. Nope, shift 5. And then we just need to bring this in and just cut it in half, right? So we just need a cut up. And more cutters over here. Put it past the halfway point. Route that up. Route that out. Route that over. And route that out. Copy that. Flip that. Rotate. Done. That should cut the shape in half. We reconnect that onto our main line. And we're good to deliver the next shape. So let's collect our rewards for that. I believe we were saying that our trains are a little bit slow and it's a little bit annoying. So why don't we go to our upgrades and fix that problem by increasing the train speed to level 3. Yay. Doesn't seem to increase it that much. Like 20 on top of 180. That's like 10% faster. It's not going to make it amazing or anything. So that shape's being delivered, that shape's being delivered, that shape is on its way. 1200 of them. Have they been buffered into the station? I can just start working on the next shape. We got 2 packages of them. Is 2 packages 1200? And we've got 2 packages waiting. How far is this train? It delivered a set of them. So I'm guessing now it's unloading. No, it didn't. What is this train doing? Why is it not picking up my package? Let's have a look. I feel like it should have long ago... Well, okay, this is the first package that's been buffered. I see, it was still buffering. No package has existed yet. It's not the train's fault. Can I respawn the train? What happens if I respawn the train? Respawn. Go. Oh, you can respawn the train. That'll significantly cut down the trip time. Excellent. Great. Love it. A little bit of manual intervention required. Maybe later there'll be a signal that goes respawn the train. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea already. How big is this map? Is it just infinite? Can I just like keep going forever? Oh my god. Amazing. Alright. What does this mean? Operator level 10. Oh, it's just a shape for my operator level. Do I get anything for making my operator level shape? Do you reckon there's like some sort of secret achievement if you make this shape while you're that operator level? It'll do something cool. Who knows? Maybe there's an achievement for it. We got this on its way. It takes a while for all the buffered stuff to clear, but that's fine. We got that one being made. This thing is being delivered very slowly, and everything is all good. Alright, so we'll just leave it to do all its things. I can't do more than this because I don't have any more input belts. I mean, the 6 going here, the 6 going here, we got 4 going here. I mean, we did unlock, did we unlock more inputs? 1, 8, so there's 8. We're using 4 of these, so technically we could, if we really wanted, push 1 more set of objectives at the same time. What do you guys think? Should we do that? Maybe. It gives us a lot of work to do. It'll probably give us an unlimited amount of work to do, but maybe next time, after this next milestone, we will do that. But in the meantime, this thing is almost done, so we will soon need to deconstruct everything for number 12 and start working on number 14, emerald. Is that what this thing is? It's an emerald. Excellent. The first part of this is just a quarter emerald to a half emerald to a full emerald to a green full emerald to a square. Let me have a quick scoosh around to see where is a good place to do emerald. Alright guys, I think I've settled with doing it right here. I tried to find a full emerald, but I couldn't really find it. So I'm going to just take this emerald from here, and I'm going to use the square from here later on at the final part where we have to slap a square on the end of it. But for now, let's just pipe in a quarter emerald. That should be quite easy. So we will bring up our extractor. We will put in our platform, and we will cut this down to size. I think all I need to do is a cut, right? I don't think I need to do anything else special to this thing. Literally just have to cut it. I will put another cutter like around here because I believe later I will have to do some rotaties and such to merge all the emeralds together. But that's fine. We will work on it one step at a time, as we always do, guys. Flip and rotate. Remember, to solve any complex problem, you just break it out into simpler steps. Alright, the next step is how do we pipe this into our base? We got a spare slot here. I said that we had 4 slots here, right? So we need to pipe it in like kind of this way underneath the train. So let's just do a straight line. So if I go there, tab, there to there, and then I go tab, and I go there, and then tab down, and tab straight. That gives me a path in, and I want this to kind of come. If I pull that way, it will change the direction. No, there's got to be a way to like pull this way, but not change the direction. Anyway, we should figure out where my emerald is. It's not that far. It's right here. So we'll grab this and connect it over here. Now we've got a full belt of quarter emeralds coming out, going into our thing to satisfy these. While we were working on that, our other 2 pin tasks are done, and our milestone is almost nearly completed. Let's complete one of these milestones. This one's good. It gives us 3 points. This one's even better. It gives us many points. Let's go here and upgrade our train capacity. Now, with that being done, our factory is looking reasonably clean. We do need to now dismantle one of these shapes. this one is not the one we finished. This one is the one we finished. All right, cool. So with this one done, let's dismantle this section of our factory. The more we dismantle, the cleaner things get. So we don't need that. This one's a bit of a complex dismantle because I don't want to accidentally dismantle the wrong thing. So we can get rid of that. I can get rid of all of that blue. And that's it. We had a circle coming in from... Oh, see, this one's a bit annoying to dismantle. Oh, will that... No, that will dismantle too much stuff. Great. That cleans it up a lot, which is great, because this train line I want to clean up at some point. This train line is a train line that I want to go out to the left, not upwards. So really, this should be not going like that. It should be going up to join to the main area, but that's fine. We will fix that at some point, I promise. For now, what we need to do, this is being slowly moved over. That's fine. We need to make this shape. Let's go over to have a look at what shape we are currently making. Currently we are making... What are we making? I'm confused. Sorry, one second. We are making this shape. So we were making the one before it. Let me just remind myself. So with these, it's a good idea to look at the previous shape and see what changed. So it looks like the previous shape is what is there. We stacked on a blue square, and opposite of that we just need to stack on another red semicircle. That seems almost too easy to be true. A red semicircle is being made with this pattern right here. So should I just grab that, pull that over, grab a belt, bring it something like that, then I just copy the red. Oh, copy the red like that. We'll do a little swapsy swap, and that can come out like that, and that can come out this way and meet our thing here, which will allow us to place a platform that's exactly the same as that over here. It will let us belt out that way, and we will jump the fluid underneath like such, and that should give us red semicircles. Something will tell me, yep, that will give us the red semicircle we need. However, it is not rotated. No, it is rotated exactly the same, because we want the red semicircle on top of whatever the other red semicircle is. And now we need only to stack it in together with this. So all we need to do is route that around, hit tab, go under here, and join it something like that. And we'll have this joined out like that. And we just need to stack basically another stacking array, ensuring the old one is at the bottom and the new one is at the top. Yes, that is correct, I believe. I believe that is all correct. When is red going to appear here? It is slowly appearing. Excellent. So we got red semicircles, we got that. We need this joined on, not like that though. Perfect. So we've got red semicircles happening over here. To speed things along a bit, what we can do is tell this to flush, right? Destroy, not destroy, clear contents. We can clear the crap out of here, so it's a little bit faster. Can I clear the contents? I can clear the contents of this, but I think it only clears the contents of one of them. I don't think the clear contents on this thing works. Base spell, clear contents. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I think that will slowly fix itself. While that's happening, we can work on our next shape, which is simply the joining of a half red-green thing. Unfortunately, we can't split it, so I don't know how we will manage to do this. But where is the red-green coming in? I just need to remind myself quickly. It's coming in over there. So that is coming from the space train, which is all the way down here. So this is a half red, half green shape. So maybe what we can do, instead of discarding both halves, because if I take the red thing and the green, sorry, if I take the red shape and I discard half, and then take the green shape and discard half. No, that is the correct way to do it. I was gonna say I've got that thing that cuts it in half and then outputs it together, the cutter, which is one of the upgrades I haven't gotten. So it allows us to separate instead of oh, the swapper. I mean, that would be cool. I mean, we really just need a swapper, don't we? But it's unnecessary, honestly. It's just a fancy way of doing the same thing, right? So we just need to stack, but before we stack, we need to cut these down to size. So really, we just need a platform that cuts these in half, right? So if I just put a platform here, maybe not here. We put a platform here, then we just simply do a cutting array. Maybe I should save the basic cutting array as a template. That way I can add on to it, right? At least that's better than absolutely nothing. Then I don't have to build this part at least. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh, a bit laggy there. Okay. Grab this, flip that, rotate it. And we've got a simple cutting thing happening here. I'm going to take this platform, Control S, and call it a cutting array. Alright, great. So we'll take the cutting array and we will copy it, and we will do the same treatment to green. Should we do it all the way back here, or should we just do it like to here? Bit lazy to go all the way back, so let's just give it a few tiles space in case we need to do more modifications, and just do the cutting array here. We just need to give it a bit of a rotation. Can't really see which way it's going. We want it to go this way. However, with the green cutting array, I need to do a 180 rotation at some point because we need it to merge with the red. Oh, that's not what we want. Yep, we just need to do that. Let's just do the same thing on the other side. That should be our cutting array, and that should give us our green going the right way now. So if I go OI, 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 that should give us the greens facing the other way, the reds facing that way, and we can actually just bring them up into the exact same stacker as we had before, because we no longer care that which side they go on. So we can just flush these, OI, 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 and we can probably flush our train station as well, because we don't need to deliver this shape anymore. So if we click our station, we will just clear the contents, and we don't need to respawn the train yet. Cool. That should output very shortly the correct shape that I want. And indeed it does. That should go on the train, and the train should take it to our base. So that one's done. This one should be happening by itself soon. This one should have definitely happened by now. Why has it not? Have I pulled in the wrong shape by being silly? No, I have put it over here, but I've never piped it into the base. Excellent. Very good engineering right there. That is definitely some top-notch work. Let's just go down something like this. Just trying to see if I've left enough space, which I don't think I have. Let's cut it back. Why squeeze ourselves in when we don't have to? So we got 4 outputs there. We need 4 more outputs here. I promise I will clean this up, but now is not the time, because we will be unlocking new inputs constantly, and with new inputs we need to rewire this every single time. But inputs are not our problem at the moment, so now that that is done, let's figure out why that hasn't occurred at all yet. I've expected 1 load of deliveries, or is it still buffering? Or have we created the wrong shape? No, that looks like the right shape to me. It has been buffered. Where is my train? Hello, train? Do you guys see a train that has on this line? It shows me the trains on the other lines. Why is the train on this line not doing anything? Have I blocked the train somewhere? Let's carefully look. Oh yeah, there it is. It was hiding. Alright, cool. It is delivering that shape now, so it is working slowly. The trains are just slow. That's fine. Gotta be patient with them. You gotta have faith. But more importantly, milestone 6 is now complete. Woohoo! You guys know what that means. We're gonna first claim our extra stuff to get more research points. We've got 12 again. Unfortunately, that is not enough for any useful upgrades yet, I don't believe. Ultimately, I want to get level 5 of everything, but at the moment, we definitely don't have enough. 20 is the next one for cutting. Then we want one for vortex inputs. Yeah, okay. Slowly but surely, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Let's have a look at our milestones. We've unlocked the pin pusher. What the heck is a pin pusher? Let's unlock it and find out together. Technology briefing pushes a shape up and creates a support pin below every non-empty quarter on the first layer. Pushes and what? Why do I want to do that? Pin pusher. Okay, thank you. I'm sure there'll be a use for it. So from what I can see is it puts a thing underneath the shape for some reason. It basically elevates the shape. I think this is something that was missing from the first shapes. I don't know if this pin pusher thing will influence the way it stacks or something, but maybe the more information will tell us things about it. Utilizing this technology, you can create shapes that otherwise would be impossible. Ah, I see. So if we want this thing elevated on an empty tile, we can do that with the pin pusher. Ah. Attempting to push a shape over 5 on insane difficult will cause excess layers to be destroyed. Ah, and then you just have a layer of pins. Okay, cool. You can use this to create shapes with with pins on top. Oh. That's so cool. I'm sure people will figure out really clever ways to use this to create some really cool stuff that don't even look like shapes. That probably look like some crazy 3-dimensional model or something. Mad. Not too useful for our current technology unless it gives us something to do with pin pushing in our milestones, which vaguely I'm looking at this, maybe it does, but not sure right now. But we have unlocked the next milestone, and for the next milestone we're gonna need circles, we're gonna need green, we're gonna need squares, we're gonna need blue, and we're gonna need ninja stars. Okay, I'm gonna quickly look around in the map and find somewhere where we can work on this. And remember, this milestone needs to be permanent. So unlike my previous one where I made a little bit of a boo-boo, we need to find somewhere to do this, and we need to be able to transport it really well. In fact, actually, before I start looking for this milestone, let's fix up our previous milestones input. We do not want to be building this thing here. This needs to be a train station or a train line of some sort. So let's clean all this up. We don't want this happening anymore. Before we do that, since this is so neat and tidy and does exactly what we want, let's just copy that, but we will be deleting all of this. We're not deleting the factories that are making this shape. We're just moving where the creation of it occurs. So over here and over here, they need to be merged. Wait, it needs to be rotated and merged, I remember. Something like that. Alright, cool. So if I just delete that, and then, press the wrong button. If I just paste that there, this needs to come in like that. So that'll give me the rotation, that'll give me the merge, and that will give me the shape that I want. That's going to be loaded onto a train station though, instead of being directly belted in like a silly goose. What we will want to do is figure out a beautiful train station pattern that we can use here. I think that would be a good way to end this episode. We'll figure out this train station pattern, and then I think that will pretty much be an hour-long episode, so we'll call it there. So this shouldn't take too long. Let me figure out how to unload the cargo. So the cargo unload looks like this, right? And it definitely needs a stopper. What if I do something clever like this? What if the loading happens like a little bit further away from the main platforms? That way we can tier the loaders eventually, something like this, right? Train catches. I can't tier the loaders like perfectly, but we can do something like that and that later. We can just build loaders on either side of it. Yep. That's the way to go. That is the way to go, guys. We're gonna put the loader a little bit side on, and then we're going to turn it. Oh, you know what? Even better than that. If I take this platform and put it like here, and then I get a thinking guys, I've got plans. And then I take this belt like this, and we know that doesn't work, right? Damn. So we need to give it like one more space out. And if we do something like this now, that will give us the correct offload into our base, right? Because that now does the height thing. I'm guessing this thing's going to throw it onto the belt with the correct height. And then we're going to take it off with the correct height. I'm going to have to test that. But what a perfect thing to test it on than the thing we just made. So if I come down, and this happens directly dead center on this center tile, so it's nice and easy to deal with. So we want our rail going that way. Oh no, our load is the wrong way. Damn it. But that's fine. We'll just manually build this. It's getting a bit of a headache to do. Oh. Take this. Alright, so I want my rail going in, like that. Because our rail needs to come in, not out. So we need to build it here. And then we need our rail to come in like that. Ugh, why does it keep trying to turn? Rail in like that. The loader out. And then we need to build a space belt like that. We need to give it one tile space because the train has trouble turning if you intersect with it. Obviously, we've learned that lesson the hard way. But that should unload the stuff from the train and belt it into our base in theory. I want to test it, so let me complete this rail. And then we've got our south rail done. Boom, just like that, we have a rail that goes all the way south. So the plan, if I haven't explained it yet, is to have rails going up and that way. And that way, anything sort of out here, we'll just tack onto the closest rail that exists. It should be quite easy to do. So for example, if this rail, like say, runs past this section, and I go, look, I need a... Oh, what happened here? I need... Okay, this is my south rail. This is not where my stuff is happening. It is where my stuff is happening. This is where the final shape is coming out, right? Yes. So, for example, first I need to fix this. So rail routing always takes priority. And then we will put the space belts going underneath. Like such. Then now if I want to export this via rail, all I have to do is go to my blueprints and set up a train loader, like this and go, okay, I want my train to go that way. So then we just need a space belt to hook this onto the train loader. No, sorry, the loading platform is over there. So we just need a space rail to hook onto the loading platform, like such. And then we just go, the train can, is that happening? Yeah, that is happening. Then the train can just connect over to the main line. In theory, that should work. Like, just like that. And then we've got a red train on the line. And it's going to go, and it's going to head over and then unload all my materials. Alright, we're going to keep an eye on that to see if that is working. It's going to take a while for the buffers to fill up. But I think that should conclude our episode. In fact, I should be able to merge this thing onto this line now. But if I merge it onto this line, the question is, no, I can't use the same line at the moment because I only have one color train. So this is where in our technology unlocks, you can see there can be different trains, and we might need to make some use of that because if we want to have two trains share the same rail system, then we might need a second color. Great. I wonder how they interact with each other when they're on this rail system. Who knows? Excellent. I think we've made good progress. We've done our pin tasks now. This thing is not working. Why? Let me just troubleshoot it before we cap off the episode. That thing was coming from here, but here is only getting the red half. Why? Only the red half is coming here because the green half is doing what? The red-green half is here. Oh. You're a silly bugger, aren't you? I have an extra cutting array here for whatever reason. Yeah. Silly mistakes. How many silly mistakes have you guys been making this episode? Let me know in the comments. Put the conveyor belt... Oh, sorry, not a conveyor belt. Put a space conveyor belt here. And now we're getting the correct shape. We can flush all the crap out of the system. We don't need this to fill up anymore. So we can clear this contents and then we're off. Alright, cool. We won't finish off these yet. We'll leave that for the start of the next episode so I know where I'm up to. But otherwise, we've done a lot of work this episode. Good work, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.